Judah, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, I can hear you.
Now I understand how this works. Got
Yeah.
it. Now I understand. All right, welcome everybody to Alive. We're testing out Restream right now, but we are going to do a live technical analysis on the market open. Judah, you got the charts open. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin and show us what you got here, buddy.
Yep. And let me remove this. Well, I'm looking at the 4-hour time frame of Bitcoin. Every candle here is 4 hours of price action. And the price is, as you see, it's coming down and coming down and coming down. And what is important to understand is we're actually in a Bitcoin bear market. So that means the price overall in the macro time frame, the price is going to go down. What's also important to understand, on the 4-hour time frame, we're actually also in a downtrend. So on the short term, we're in a downtrend, on the long term as well. So it's not looking too good for Bitcoin, for the Bitcoin bulls. But what's important to understand is if you have here a high, and you can see the highs are getting lower each time, but the lows are also getting lower each time. You have here a lower high, lower high, lower low, lower low, lower high, lower low.
Let's go live. Okay, we
So
are.
the thing is, we're in a downtrend right now, and it's very hard in the downtrend to find good long opportunities because you don't want to trade against the trend. I tried to trade against the trend multiple times. Don't do it. Just take my advice on that. Don't trade against the trend unless you're a great scalper or you know what you're doing. But for beginners, it's easier to trade with the trend. The trend is your friend, and you want to use the trend. So right now, I will be looking for shorts in this zone. Like the most likely is that this is also a great short area because just looking at the market structure, I see, okay, hey, the lows are getting lower each time. So the trend is our friend till the end. So most likely is that this is just again a lower high and that we're gonna make a lower low again.
What do you think I agree with you because we've got a lot of resistance up top, a lot of confluence right at the market we are now. What are the chances, because there's so much money up top?
Yeah.
There's so much money sitting at 70, 72,000.
Yeah.
What are the chances of us maybe making a little correction to 64, 65, and then shooting up, taking out the liquidity at 72? Do you think that's possible?
Yeah, it's a high probability. It's a probability. I don't know how high. I think it's pretty 50-50 right now. I because of course all these people, these highs, people put stop losses above these highs, stop losses, millions and millions of dollars, millions of euros of liquidations when the price goes up here. So there's a lot of stop losses above this low right here, millions. This low, above this low, above this low. And Bitcoin wants to grab the most liquidity. And the most so I probably think the liquidity at 72,000 is going to get taken out soon, but I don't know what's going to happen first because first, in order to get the liquidity up top, which is millions and millions and millions, we first need to break this market structure. So if the market structure stays bearish, I cannot be bullish. Like
No, understood.
There's a lot of liquidity here, but first we need to change market structure.
Well, all right, but I agree with you, but I don't agree with you at the same time because you right now you've got a channel that we're looking at between 72,214 to 62,868. We are in the middle of a channel.
Yeah, you can also see there's that.
Right.
Course.
So like we said, we hit the bottom of the channel yesterday, right, or 2 days ago, and now it's working its way up. Now, will it make it to the top?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm not taking. Are you taking a position here? I'm not. I'm letting this thing play out.
Well, you can also see this, of course, as a channel, and it is a channel. And in a channel, the price goes sideways. That's always how it goes. It's also called a consolidation. And most of the time, the price is gonna be is in a channel. It's gonna be going sideways. And when here Bitcoin hit the bottom, the most likely is okay, we're going to the top. When we hit the top, the most likely is we're gonna make our way down. We made our way down slowly, but hey, we're gonna make our way down. So now that we hit the bottom, the most likely is we're gonna make our way to the top. But first, of course, I want to see some market structure shift, and I'm actually seeing it on a 1 hour. This high is taken out already. So on the 1 hour, we changed market structure. We hit the bottom of the range. So the most probable thing that's going to happen is, hey, when you hit the bottom of the range, you're going to go to the top of the range. When you go to the top of the range, you're going to hit the bottom of the range. And that it can go on for months. It can even go on for sometimes like a year long. So, but until we just break out of this range, there's no reason to be overly bullish or overly bearish, in my opinion.
What's overly bullish? What's overly bullish? I mean, is thinking we're going to take the 72 out, is that overly bullish?
No, that's not overly bullish because that's in a range. We're trading in a $10,000 range between 72,000 and 62,000. But
Are you able to show us the heat map so you could show us where all the money's sitting?
yeah,
Friends, if you want to know where the money is, most of you are like, hey, I'm just going to call the crypto mom up. Hey, where's the money, woman? No, we're going to show you where the money is right now.
yeah,
Judah's going to say, here's where the money is. And what we mean by that is where people have stop losses, take profits. There's lots of limit orders, sell or buy.
yeah.
And all right, I just added your screen. So here we go. So now, what are you on?
Yeah, this is
program.
called the liquidation heat map.
And what's the website URL? What is it called?
CoinGlass. I just type liquidation heat map on Google.
But you could type in CoinGlass or liquidation heat map, and this comes up. So show us what you have.
Yeah. Well, this shows
Wow.
where all the money is being traded, and Bitcoin is like a machine hungry for liquidity. The market cannot go without liquidity. They want liquidity to move on. So they want to actually, it sounds maybe a little bit cool, but they want to wreck as much people as possible. That's how the big players move to fill up their orders. The market makers, they just doing like that. Like it used to be retail that were in the market, but right now 80% are just big players and whales and institutions, banks even. So retail is really being outnumbered here. So it's important to understand liquidity because the market, goes up or down based on liquidity.
So we still have some hanging up top, but
Yeah.
not much. There's
This
not
is
much
also-
over. There's not much over 68.
No, I will go. Let's see. This is low. Well, I don't know what's happening, but what is like there was a lot of liquidity above around the 72,000 area, but it seems to be like a lot of people already took their profit, but there's still some around it 68 to 69,000 area. So in my opinion, we could see a push there. But you also just need to realize we're in a range, right? So we just hit the bottom of the range. The most likely is we're going to hit the top of the range. Then the most likely is we're going to hit the bottom of the range. This is actually a trader's playground. Let me stop sharing and just go to the chart again. It's actually a trader's playground. So you could.
And there's another thing in trading called momentum trading. And right now we've got momentum. Look at that 4-hour candle.
Yeah. So
momentum coming up.
So an interesting trade could be is you obviously want to short at resistance. So 72,000 is going to be a big resistance level. So when the price comes up here, a lot of people think, okay, we're bullish. Bitcoin's going up, and emotions start playing in. People say 100x long. But if you just look at the price action, you see, hey, this is actually a major resistance level plus liquidity.
So that's bad. Buying high and selling low is bad.
Yeah.
That friends, if you learn anything today, it's
That's
buying
business
low
school.
and selling high. Say it with me. Buying low, selling high is bad. No bueno.
Yeah.
We have a
But
basic
also,
video about that one, no?
this price action, like if you see price action like this, just going down like this is sh- people who are shorting are getting off too easily. Like they're making money too easy, and market
Right.
doesn't like that. The market,
They
they,
might
they need
succeed
to, like,
once,
how
twice,
I
three
say, they
times,
need
and
to be
then
punished.
That-
So I think like here we changed market structure right here. I think maybe we can go to the top of the range, take out with the liquidity with a wick, then a retest. You can enter the trade on a retest, and then we will make our way back down to the range.
Why wait for the retest? Why not when it comes to 73? Just take it when it starts going out. Just take it down all the way. Why not do that?
Because the retest for me is a confirmation. Okay, what was previously support has turned into resistance again, and confirmation for me. Okay, we're probably moving down again, and we're
All right.
at the top of the range.
So are you setting up a limit order, or are you just hanging out waiting for this thing to get into that range?
Yeah, I'm just waiting to the price to get at that 72,000 zone. I don't like working with limit orders. I usually just want to be there live. I just check the price every hour.
Why
And if
is
I
that? Why
see,
don't you like what do you have against limit orders? What they do to you? You have a what are you racist against limits? Like what
I
happened?
like limit orders. Why don't you like limit orders?
yeah, so
What's wrong with
let's,
limit orders?
Hold on, let the pro talk. Let the pro talk. What do you tell me why you don't why
yeah.
are you against why are you against limit orders? What they do to you, these people?
Well, when I set a limit order, usually my stop losses always get hit. That's my experience. And also, let's say you see this range and you think, okay, well, obviously when the price comes here, limit order, right? So then the price comes here, and here, boom, you're in a short, but the price keeps pumping, pumping, pumping. Boom, you get stopped out, and then it decides to go lower. That's
Then it started
usually
to
how
yeah.
it happens. So I always wait for the wick to come, wait for the retest, and then what's the beautiful thing about this is you can put your stop loss above the wick. Above the wick. That's going to be
Right,
hard to get stopped out, and then you can enter on that retest.
right. And an
Way
example
safer, in my opinion, than just putting a limit order out there, and you don't know what's going to happen. The price might just shoot up all the way to 80,000. You never know what news is coming out. So
exactly.
it's just a
You never know.
confirmation for me, and I don't like working with limit orders. I love market orders.
All right. So when you say that it's hard to you put your stop loss above the wick. If we go back historically, you see the wick all the way on the left hand side that touched 72.2?
This
Up
one.
at that one. So if you put your stop loss above that, you would have taken it all the way down here. Look how hard it is. Look how long it's taken to come back up there. So that's what you mean by
Yeah.
put your stop loss above the wick, because the chances of it coming back, if you're trading on a 4-hour time frame, not a minute time frame, it can wick back and take that over easily.
Yeah.
But 4-hour daily, because these are swing trades. These are not day trades. These are not scalps.
Well, these are kind of day trades. This is the 4-hour time frame,
You
right?
think this happens in a day? You think this thing can reach to 72 in one day?
No. But I mean, like this price action, it's like maybe like intraday trading. I thought it was like multiple days, like 3 days during a trade. But as you can see with the wicks, people put their stop loss under here are still in profit. And then here, right here, you can put your stop loss here. They're in profit. Here, you can put your stop loss. And they don't get punished. They don't stop out. So that's why you always want to put your stop loss above a high or under a low. Here is another great example. People put their stop losses here, are good. Also above this wick are good. Under this wick, I'm good. And that's why I just know, based on looking at this chart, there's millions and millions and millions of dollars getting liquidated once once the price goes above those wicks. And that's why, one, we're at the bottom of the range, so the most likely is we go to the top of the range. And the second thing is the liquidity. There's just so much liquidity around the 72,000 zone that I just think it's very probable we maybe go for the 72,000, take the liquidity out, and then move lower, because eventually I think the Bitcoin price is going lower. We're in a bear market. Probably in the fall we will see the Bitcoin bottom coming in. I don't say like we're going straight up again, but the bottom is probably going to be in the fall of this year.
Right, and then the bottom, then you go 6 months sideways when you hit the bottom, right?
Yeah, then it's just depression. It's depression
Right.
phase.
So then that's 6 months sideways, and then it starts going up. So we're looking at the spring when maybe it starts going back up. Now, Amir keeps kicking me under the table. I wish you would stop that, brother. And the reason he's kicking me, it's a sign he wants you to talk about his favorite subject, which is gold.
Gold.
Right? You see how he drinks that cup? He's like, you know it, brother. It's time
Man,
for
I
gold.
like gold.
It's time for gold. Show me the gold, man.
I like gold.
All right, here we go. Now, look, you called this yesterday. If
Yeah.
you go to the left yesterday, you said, I see it coming down a little bit, and it did.
Yeah.
There it is. You see that? He said, I see it coming down. Now, is this the golden pocket we're looking at for a fib
Looks
retrace
like
here?
it. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it is, but it's not really being respected at this point because
What? Gold is not being respected?
no, the golden pocket is not being respected. That's the
Gold
difference.
is being disrespectful, man.
No, but look at this. Like, okay, the golden pocket did something, but we just broke right through. Then we ran right under.
Yeah, but look
Here
at
we were just ranging.
It should continue going up from here, though. No,
So
Bruno.
I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
don't
Looks
know
like
about
it
it.
started and then it went down to a little bit to this kind of golden pocket, and then it's trying to it's trying to burst back up from here. No, wouldn't you say that?
Yeah, a little bit, but I think it looks pretty strong. Like usually when you see a big rejection of the golden pocket, like a fast big rejection, this looks strong to me. We're just kind of trying to reclaim it, trying to like a little bit under, a little bit of top. Like it looks strong to me, gold.
So you're saying this can go to the 786 line, which is at 5,350 if it breaks.
Yeah, something like that. But what I mean is like usually when you come into the golden pocket, you get a fast reaction down, like very fast, and
Okay, but
a clear rejection. We're not really seeing it. We're just dancing around the level. Like sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down. Like that's a strong signal. Like the more we touch the golden pocket, the weaker it gets. And I think this looks good. This looks very good.
Okay, so this is so you're looking again at the 4 hour.
Yeah.
What other time indicator would you look at to determine if this is a strong push up against the golden pocket? Because
Daily.
there's a retest. You could say this is a retest. It broke through.
Yeah.
It's retesting. So this is a good buy signal, is it not?
Yeah, I'm bullish on gold. If I look at this, right, you see this wick coming down here,
Yeah.
boom. And the good thing is we're above it right now. We're
Yeah.
actually we're holding the level.
Yes.
3 days in a row already. We're holding the level. This is looking good on gold. This is looking very good.
Looking good. Kind of
Also,
like
on I also something else on Bitcoin where we can expect.
Don't forget, you got two huge, nice, not two, I think one, but the B2s are right there in Qatar. So things
Yeah.
are really, really, it's a
I
matter of click, right?
I also had something interesting on Bitcoin where we can expect a bounce because Bitcoin we are in a bear market, but it's just going down in a straight line. Like that's unusual. I think we're gonna see some type of a relief rally, and also what is interesting to see if we use the Fibonacci retracement tool from the Bitcoin bottom, bear market bottom, to the Bitcoin bull market top. The Fibonacci golden pocket comes in around that 57 to 53,000 zone, and in my opinion, this is a great time to enter a long trade.
While you're saying that, I just want to jump on top of that. It is a great time for you to click the like button and subscribe. You want to hit the
doing this
golden
for free.
pocket
Let's
every
go.
day. You want to hit the golden pocket, hit like and subscribe, and every day it's a golden pocket, right, Amir? It's a
golden pocket. Yes, it is.
This
And we
is
do
called
this
the
live
golden
poll
pocket.
every day.
This is the golden pocket of live trading. Sorry, Judah, go ahead. I just want to make sure everyone knew. Great time to like and subscribe.
Well, as you can see, if you draw the golden pocket from the Bitcoin bear market low to the bull market high, we come around at 50, mid 50, high 50 zone. I think that's a great opportunity to long. And then eventually, yeah, we're probably going lower than that. So I can just draw that out right here. Yeah, we come here, get a little bounce, and then we go lower again. Something like this, I think we can expect on the long term.
Yeah,
But
I think
also, what is very interesting is that if I use the volume range, and we go to this range of 2024, is that the value area
Woo!
we're actually bouncing off the POC right now.
We are
What is
POC
this
is
cool indicator that you just opened up on your screen?
this
This
is
is
about
I think, what
this
is
is the
it
volume
called?
indicator.
The
It
fixed
looks like a
range
heat
volume
map.
profile.
All
It
right, so
basically shows where the majority of the volume is, and volume is very
Oh,
important.
all right, so you just mentioned something very important. You said the POC. POC stands for the point of control. Judah, show us where the point of control is here.
Yeah, it's at the
Right there.
62,000. It's like
It's
62,000.
62,888. There it is. That's the point of control. That is where the highest volume and source of people are in terms of trading. And So how does point of control and fair market value? Do you know how they play along each other? Are they kind of the same thing, similar?
Well, where the most like the POC is actually considered like a fair Bitcoin price. So if you go at 100, 101,000, 102,000, that's considered expensive for Bitcoin. So that's the top of the POC, of top of the fixed of the value area high. It's called the value area high. The Bitcoin is the value is high and it's expensive. People find it
Yeah.
expensive. If you go to the bottom, then Bitcoin is considered very cheap. So at the
Right.
bottom, Bitcoin is considered very cheap. At the top, Bitcoin is considered very expensive. And in the middle, this is actually the fair price of Bitcoin. This 62,000, people find that a fair price. People want to buy it at 62,000. It's a fair price. But
Wow.
what I must say is, once we go from the top, once we get into this fixed in this zone, the most likely thing is we're going to the bottom. That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, agreed. I think I originally said I think 53,000, 55,000. I'll start buying at 59.
Yeah.
I really think it has a
not a
chance.
financial advice. Again, this is what we're doing. Yeah,
No, but that's what I'm saying.
just
It's
sharing ideas.
I originally said that I'm looking at because I'm talking about what I'm doing with my money, right?
Right.
Right. We're not theorizing. We're actually talking about what we're doing with our money. And I really think I'm going to wait till it breaks the $50,000 mark. I think it does come in the fall after the summer. I know there's going to be a relief rally. I'm not going to jump into that FOMO.
No. People are gonna
And
say that's the bottom. There's gonna be like a relief rally, and people are gonna say, you're gonna hear it on YouTube, you're gonna hear it on TikTok, on Twitter. People are gonna say the bottom is in,
yes,
and it's not gonna be in.
no, and they're going to get
That's why I like. That's why I like some of the strategies that we use, and we are also going to develop automations for that in client custody. This is why I really like doing dollar cost averaging, the DCA.
Yeah.
And we have a video about that on our YouTube page. I think if you're a spot trader, in my opinion, a spot trader is someone who doesn't like leveraging. It's somebody who just likes to buy and hold and give it some time, right? I think that once we start lowering below the 60s, I think it's a good time to start dollar cost averaging every month with whatever balance you feel comfortable going into the market with, because I think it's going to continue dropping from 60s. It
Yeah.
might go back up to 70s, 80s, but as we're saying here on the charts, we're looking at it going all the way down to maybe even 40s.
Yeah, you know what I think is gonna happen is we're probably gonna go to this golden pocket right here, and we're probably gonna get some type of bounce there, and people are gonna start to get bullish
And we
again.
don't know how long it'll take, right?
Well, we don't know the
So it
time.
might take a day, it might take a week, it might also take a month. Most
Yeah.
likely, from what we see in the bigger picture, we just said it before the call. We had a conversation. Judah said it about Steven said about end of the summer. We're going to start probably bottoming out.
The fall, I
Probably.
would say.
yeah, you got a while to go, man. We've got a lot of
That's
Well,
what I'm saying. Whenever you have a dollar cost average is a great strategy for those who who are like scared of the crypto market but want to take advantage and leverage the crypto market, because the idea of dollar cost averaging is, let's say if I generated $10,000 this month or this week, and I have $500 on the side, yeah, I'll put them in dollar cost average, and then every 2 weeks or every month a person can buy. And even if it takes a month, 2 months, 3 months, we've got all the way from now, or from a month from now, once we drop below the 60, all the way until the end of the summer, to ongoingly stack it up, stack it up, stack it up, and then hopefully 2028 will be a very good year for all of us, right?
Yeah, and this vertical line that I have here, I in previous videos, I think I did this already 3 times, but we all did a calculation. It's very precise, and in this month, in October 2026, I expect the Bitcoin bottom to be in. I'm not saying the price is gonna go up from that point, like gonna explode. I say the bottom is probably gonna be in, and we might start to go. We're probably gonna get a depression phase, like always. Because here, Bitcoin the bottom was in like in October already, right?
Yeah, then it goes
And
sideways.
then we start pumping like 2 months later, 3 months later, 4 months later, we
Yeah, but
started
the
pumping.
bull run doesn't start till
No.
much later.
Exactly. So people are going to panic and be like, I've waited 2 months, it hasn't shot up, I'm taking my money out of crypto. And then as soon as they take their money out of crypto, boom.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
but
why.
the
That's
thing
why.
is, we're seeing the Bitcoin bottom. In my opinion, we're still seeing it this year. It's not gonna take long before we can buy cheap. It's already off, of course.
It's already kind of cheap, yeah.
It's
Wait,
already off, but look at this. We're probably gonna get to this zone. In my opinion, there's no chance we get no type of reaction. We're gonna get some type of reaction, because this is the Fibonacci golden pocket. This is the king of all golden pockets. This is from the bear market low to the bull market high. You're not gonna get any support level bigger than this. This is the support level. So we're probably gonna
That's
get
a highlight,
some
by
type
the
of
way.
reaction. People are probably saying that was the bottom right there.
All right.
Then what I think is going to happen is we just make a lower high again, and right here, this is going to be the bottom, in my opinion.
All right.
So
I want
I
to
drew it out right here. This is the 786.
He's on the schwung, bro.
Okay, so
He can't stop. He can't stop trading.
So listen, wait. I wanna manage expectations. Okay, so
Yeah.
let me finish this.
Yeah.
On the left-hand side, you see 8 months of chop on the side.
Yeah.
We are
Where
going
here?
to see here. Look up top, right above it. Above it. Yeah, look. That's 8 months of chop. I'm expecting the exact same thing. You're going to wake up to it. It follows your pattern. Tick, tick, tick. But then look, it comes back down. It's going to follow the same pattern as on the left.
Isn't
Right,
it joking, all these things, man?
So
you walking in the street and saying, oh, it's going to take time, but in 2 months from now, poof.
No, this is going to go 7 months. It's going to go 5 months sideways. Then it's going to come down in October, September, in the fall. And then it's going to go sideways again for another 6 months. And then we're going to start seeing the pump.
Yeah.
Look at the pattern right before us. This
That's
pattern.
what I'm saying. Like, people get stressed here when it chops up. People get stressed, and then it drops down a bit lower, and then they get themselves out. And then after 1 month, it goes back up. Imagine you being that guy walking on the street or driving his car, not being stressed, knowing all this information, being ready in advance, because we know that, success, proper preparation prevents poor performance, right? All these things. So knowing all of this lets you just sit back, relax in your day-to-day, whatever you guys are doing, if it's family, job, work, dream that you have, whatever, and you know that it's a matter of time until it's a ticking bomb. You're sitting on a ticking bomb that is just going to boom, going to explode your money, hopefully. That's why I like doing this dollar cost averaging and doing spot trading when it comes to it.
That's the warning too, because if you start dollar cost averaging now, right, by the time it gets to 40,000, you're in full panic mode.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, if we know it's going to take 6 months for a real down to come, why not go into the 7-day challenge, make 10% per month, right? Like we've been
stack because you have the information.
And then 7 months from now, you take all your profits from Veltrixa and you start DCAing all the way until it starts going up. Then there's no FOMO. You truly are at the bottom. And
Yeah.
if I'm honest, and I know this audience, you start dollar cost averaging now, 7 months from now, you're gonna have no hair.
That's why they're here, man. That's why they have this community, because we're not just guessing around. And like, if I would just be a crypto lover, and I had my schedule, I'd be like, I know that in 2028 it's gonna blow up, and then it's gonna be the next thing in the future. But I don't know when exactly to buy. I should start buying now, and then I would go into that loop that you're talking about. But if you're part of this, if you're on this live call, or if you're watching these calls and you're part of the Crypto Crush, you have that insight. You have myself, you have Steven, you have Rihanna, and you have Judah, which is the next generation. He's from the future, man. He's from the future.
Now, he is, and by the way, when we reach 100 subscribers, Rihanna said she's going to jump in her elf costume and play the harp for us.
Oh man,
So, 100 subscribers. Come on, we want to get there.
we are right now 100 people. We're right now 102 people on TikTok, by the way.
Right, so you want to like and subscribe on YouTube. 100 subscribers. Rihanna jumps in her elf costume and plays the harp. I'm not kidding. I've seen this happen. Okay.
Yeah.
And Judah, you've seen her play the harp, right?
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
saw it. It was nice.
It was very. I saw the elf costume with pictures. It's. I don't know if it's a. It looks so real. You're like, oh my god, it's a real elf.
But you know what's very interesting to me is you see this Fibonacci, right? If you
Yes.
draw it from the previous previous cycle, from the bear market bottom to the bull market top, where does the bottom come in? The bottom comes in at the 0.786.
Yeah, the
See?
786.
The bottom comes in here.
And the bottom
And
is.
now I just did the same thing from the Bitcoin bottom to the Bitcoin top. And in my opinion,
Woo! 37.
this is going to be my guess. We're gonna bottom out at 38,000, 37,000. That's going to, in my opinion, people are going to say
Hold on.
no way, no way, no way.
No. I'm saying no way. I'm like 30. I'm listening to myself say 37,000. You might as well say Jesus is coming back tomorrow. Like
Wow.
it's the same. It's so impossible. It's
Come
like,
back in
what?
7 months and then we will talk, right?
No, but I agree. But think about what we're saying. 37,000. That means that Bitcoin dropped 90,000 in the bear market.
Yeah.
Think
But-
about so if you're a buy and hold them, man, I hope you can hold them because you're gonna have to hold your breath for a long time.
But you know what's interesting is that people in this zone right here were calling for Bitcoin to go to 250,000. And people right here were saying Bitcoin is going to zero.
Right. Well, that
So
month,
so a lot of emotions comes into play, right? So
there is. If
don't be emotional. Just look at the facts and look
Agreed.
at patterns. And the
And,
facts is we're just it's most probable we will gonna make our way to
The,
30s.
the 4 months up top that you see there, those 4 candles, can you put a box around them? There's a technical term around that, and I want you guys to remember this all your lives. It's called face melting FOMO. This is when this is when people who don't know anything about anything start telling you about Bitcoin going to 200K. It's when my father calls me on the phone, who's 80
That's when you
years
start
old.
selling.
Now he's like, "Hey, should I get some Bitcoin?"
That's when
That's
you
what I
start
know.
selling.
Sell everything we have immediately. Immediately. That's called face melting FOMO. That's when you want to jump out. I'm glad you put a red box in there. That's the red box to death. Red box to death. And I had so many people saying, no, there's going to be a reset of the economy. Trump's going to do a whole reset. And then Bitcoin's going to be the reserve currency. And we're going to 250. It's going to happen in 6 days.
You sound like my dad, bro.
Yeah, but listen, but that's what people were telling me in my community on
I
private
swear to God, you
calls.
sound like my dad, bro.
No, and I thought you have no idea what you're talking about, because if I look at historical, the charts, Judah, right? The charts don't lie.
The charts never lie. Like
They don't lie.
charts never lie.
They
But-
don't lie.
And also the risk reward ratio on Bitcoin, I mean the reward, like the return, it's getting lower every cycle. So I think this next cycle coming up is going to be one of the last with a high return, I think, because this cycle we got an 8x return. It's it's okay, right? And next cycle we're gonna get a 4x return, I think.
No, but it's going to be good. Friends, here's the bottom line. If the only place you can get more accurate trading opinion is from Nancy Pelosi, right? That's the only way you can get more accurate other than that lady. No one trades better than Nancy Pelosi. I think we're second best, though. We're second best to her. All right, that says a lot. Join the channel, subscribe, like. Also, click the link below. Join the 7-day challenge. Maybe you don't want to know all this chart and all this crap. Maybe you just want to have a passive recurring revenue stream. That's how we start you off. Crypto Mom over here on the right-hand side, Rihanna, minus the elf costume. She approves of it. She's the #1 best-selling author. She's a real mom, a real woman, and it's easy, right? It's boring. It's so easy. And it's consistent weekly income. God bless you guys. Tomorrow, on Thursday, we are going over passive income strategies. We're going to talk about if you just have money in the bank and you're getting 2%, 3% per year, how would you like to have it just sit and get 30%, 20%? These are true stories. We're going to show you tomorrow. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.
Peace.